What's up, everybody? Just wanted to do a little update on the BMS intake. I've had it for a little while now, and as some of you know, I had the ETS intake with the box prior to this. So I've got a little bit of experience with both of these as options. And of course, in my opinion, one of them is better based on my data. So the ETS intake, I think, is a great intake. The only downside to it is it has the MAF insert. So basically it has a stock size mass airflow sensor section. So the computer reads that as stock airflow, and you're not going to make as much power. I wasn't able to make as much power with the ETS intake as I was the BMS intake. The BMS intake is a 3-inch straight through design. There's no hurdles for the flow, and it's just straight through. No, you don't have this section where it shrinks down in size like you do with the ETS intake. So instantaneously, when I switched them, I noticed a power difference. Again, how much this power difference is, I don't know, because I didn't put the car on the dyno. But just from the butt dyno, when I got the ETS intake dialed in, and then when I got the BMS intake dialed in, the car felt more powerful with the BMS intake, and my intake air temperatures were a little bit lower. And I know some people will say, well, the ETS intake has a full box, the BMS intake doesn't. And while that's partially true, it's not correct. So the BMS intake, the housing that comes with it goes up a little bit higher. So when the hood closes, it creates a seal on top of the intake. So you don't have any issue with getting higher intake air temperatures, and you're still able to make awesome power. So that's, I know that was some people's worry. I think if you already have the ETS intake, you might as well, unless you want to sell it, you just keep it. It's, like I said, it is a good intake. It sounds good. I don't think you're going to make a ton of power from any intake, but the difference I felt from going from the ETS to the BMS intake was significant enough for me to let you guys know about it. In my opinion, there's probably a 10 or 15 wheel horsepower difference between the two, because the car felt more responsive, and when I got everything dialed in, I just had more, like I said, more power. And I think, like I said, some, as you've seen, some other people have taken their ETS intakes off because prior to getting the sleeve, and once you get the sleeve, they run just fine. But I think the MAF section of it was off by a little bit when they first released the product. Like I said, not a bad product by any means. I just think that if you haven't bought an intake, the BMS intake is significantly better. It's an easier install. You don't have the issue where so as some people notice, when you install the ETS intake, you really have to get the angle perfect, and even with the angle perfect, it still kind of rubs onto the splash guard, making it really hard to get the splash guard on. So you have to adjust the top nut and then tighten everything at the bottom, and then go back and tighten everything up. And it's just, some people cut their splash guards because they weren't able to get a good seal, which you shouldn't have to do. And like I said, they were the first to market, so I'll give them that. But that, that's not a great design to have to, cut a piece of your splash guard or do all these other workarounds to actually get it to fit. You don't have that issue with the BMS intake. The BMS intake, you put it on, the splash guard fits just fine. You don't have to do any special maneuvering or anything like that. It just fits. I liked that. The install for both of them, incredibly easy. You can install an intake in 30 minutes, no problem. But like I said, if you're interested in getting the BMS intake, I've got a link in my description I'm happy to help. If you have the JB4, I'm happy to help you get dialed in on the BMS intake so you can make the most power out of it. If you have version 6 and you haven't adjusted your custom tuning, I'm happy to help you out with that as well. Like I said, anybody who needs any help with the JB4, and I'm happy to help you out. Like I said, I'm not as I'm busy, but I'm not as inundated with tuning requests as, you know, Burger, Canon. So I've got a little bit more time on my hands to be able to look over logs and help you out the best way I can. So I'm happy to help. And like I said, if anybody has any questions about anything, please let me know. If you don't already have a JB4, I've got a link in my description as well for a JB4. And then of course, you know, you get custom tuning with the JB4 and, you know, significant amount of different maps. You don't just have the 93.